champions. Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, aka Digimon Adventure, aka Pokemon for perverts. You guys, this TV show defined my childhood, teaching me about the power of friendship while also ensuring I had none. It was a Pokemon school, what can I say? Here's what I want to do. I want to revisit Digimon and see if it has anything to offer to me in my 30s. Because why? Because I ordered this off Amazon and it's too late to return it. But also because I want to. This is Digimon Adventure, the Devimon arc. It's Digimon again! Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon! Digital champions, Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon! Digital champions, Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon! Digimon! So the show starts by introducing us to our 7 main characters. Tai, who is Goku with goggles. Mimi,
this is a potential mother.
Izzy is our smart king. Sora wears a hat. Joe is always stressing about nothing.
I shouldn't wear these pants. They ride up when I do a lot of walking.
Matt leans against walls, and TK is the boy.
It's just a baby.
He goes through some nonsense, don't worry about it. You find these little devices that are digital, a digivice, if you will. Oh, God. And are transported to the digital world. They are ambushed by a group of jumping heads. And they are scared, but not scared enough. But anyway, they partner up. A giant beetle called Kawagamon attacks. We digivolve our partners to their stable rookie levels. Tai has Agumon, Matt has Gabumon, Izzy is with Tentomon, Sora with Biomon, Mimi has Palmon, Joe with Gomamon, and TK has sweet little Patamon. I don't play favorites, but if I did, I might look like this. The Digimon are better able to protect the humans, but we still end on a cliffhanger before entering a series of episodes that I will cover collectively because they mostly follow the same format. A human character steps center stage. A Digimon attacks the party. That focus character's Digimon digivolves and saves the day. So for example, Shellmon attacks the party, and Tai is our de facto main character, so he gets the first focus episode. They learn that Digimon evolve, or digivolve, into more powerful forms.
So digivolving is what happens when they advance to the next level and become more powerful than before.
And they also need each other to do it.
You see, digivolving is a very difficult process. In order to be successful, I had to share your energy.
They briefly bond with their partners.
I'm faster than that. Watch. Wouldn't it be faster to walk?
Until Shellmon attacks. Agumon unlocks the ability to digivolve into Greymon and yeets Shellmon a safe distance away. We can't kill Digimon. This is a kid's show. How dare you? Oh, never mind. So in the next episode, because Matt is in danger, Gabumon digivolves into Garurumon.
Matt is in trouble and I must help.
So I guess the rule we're establishing here is when your partner is in trouble, you can digivolve. Fine. Okay, cool. We get it. So Tai didn't really get a whole lot of characterization other than being brave, but in Matt's episode, I like this one a lot more because we do see Matt's more tender side. We see that he shows concern for others.
Gabumon? Yeah? Go over and lay down with my brother, because you want me to keep TK warm. Hey, I didn't say that. You just don't want to admit it.
Which, yeah, makes sense. And I think it adds a sense of history and relatability to Matt that I think we need because so far our characters have been pretty much caricatures. And I think this is our first real hint of some amount of depth. It's not much, but I think it helps a lot in the long run. It also shows how prideful Matt can be, specifically in his relationship with Tai, which will come up later, I remember. But yeah, we get into that eventually. Also, I think I relate more to Matt now than I did as a kid for reasons.
We're half-brothers and we don't get to see each other much.
Well, that explains a lot.
Oh.
Everybody's fucking gay.
So Garurumon defeats Seadramon and we continue onwards to... Weirdly, this is more of an episode for Biomon than Sora. We arrive in a village of Yokomon, Biomon's previous form.
I'm no Digimon. My friend Sora is what's called a human being. Yes, we know they look funny. In spite of this, they are all actually very nice.
So we come up with a lore reason for why the Digimon attack our group. We introduce this new thing called Black Gears, which whiz through the sky and embed themselves into otherwise good Digimon and turn them bad. Where are the Black Gears coming from? Don't worry about it. We'll get there when the writers figure it out. Also, I'm sorry to say this, but Sora might be dumb.
Sora needed me. I had to protect her. When she had to protect me, power came flowing through me.
Wait a sec, now I get it. That's why she's always following me around.
to save a group of Yokomon. Gyomon digivolves into Bergermon. Bergermon destroys the Black Gear, and Miramon comes to his senses. So now I guess a Digimon can digivolve as long as they care enough about the person in danger, even if it isn't their partner. So be offended if they won't digivolve for you.
It's personal.
So now we can just destroy the Black Gears. We don't have to destroy the Digimon itself, and so we're back to being a healthy kids show.
I suppose if you had a big black stuck inside of you, you'd act a little crazy too.
Poor thing, I guess he got caught in the gears and that's how he got mangled.
Another Black Gear takes hold of Andromon during Izzy's episode, and predictably, Tentomon digivolves into Kabuterimon to destroy the Black Gear. However, it is not danger that allows Tentomon to digivolve, because this time Izzy gets a cheat code from a battery that he's using to recharge his laptop that he can enter into the Digivice somehow and force Tentomon to unlock his Digivolution? Okay, fine, it's a digital world, I guess cheat codes could be a thing. So now it can be either somebody you really care about is in danger or a cheat code. Fine, except for TK.
Could your computer make Paddlemon become a superhero?
And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye.
I don't know if this implies that Tentomon is just not stressed enough about Izzy's safety that he just refuses to digivolve. As he shows in this episode, Tentomon is a sassy little bitch.
So you would rather spend your time with puzzles than with people?
I also enjoyed in this episode seeing that Izzy is struggling with something back home, something personal that he's not ready to talk about yet, which can be good writing. However, I'm continuing to suspect it's just because we haven't written it yet.
I simply can't understand this preoccupation with who you are. Is there some kind of deep, dark secret in your origins?
But you know what? Benefit of the doubt, we'll see where it goes. So Mimi's episode doesn't really show a lot of depth. And that's okay. I haven't shown a lot of depth either. We also take a moment to roast her.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam.
Avoiding your drone?
Hey, come on, I had singing lessons for 3 years. Oh, you did? Did it help?
We quickly focus on their homesickness.
I used to sing to myself all the time when I would do my chores, especially when I'd hang clothes to dry outside. I'd sing really loud because nobody could hear me then.
It's okay to miss your home, Sora.
Which I think does add a lot to the viewer's experience. I think that's something that kids can easily relate to, the idea of being away from home and away from safety.
Like games. I wasn't far from beating mad on my video games.
I think that's a nice thing to see at this point in the story. You gotta remember, these are kids. I would be scared too. Except for Joe, because he misses homework.
If I fall too far behind, I might have to go to a junior college.
Anyway, the rest of the party is kidnapped, and it's up to Mimi and Palmon to save the day.
We have to do this! Oh, do we have to?
Palmon digivolves into Togemon to defeat Monzamon. And after the Black Gear is destroyed, he's just a chill bear.
Heart attack! With a hug!
And in this episode, Palmon digivolves just because she's ready, so...
Time to take it to the next level. I may be a lady, but I am not a pushover.
Okay, there's a lot of rules going on here, but I guess everyone is different. Not bad writing. Now with Joe. I hated Joe this whole time, by the way.
Lighten up a little, Joe. We're just trying to look on the positive side of things.
Blah.
Don't you swear
Wait a
at me,
minute.
you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
But in this episode, I kind of see where they're going with this. Still annoying, but interesting. Kind of like. Joe sucks, right? And even his own Digimon tells him this.
I'm afraid Joe's just not the kind of guy that's meant to be adaptable.
Just what do you mean?
Let's face it, Joe, you're kind of a stick in the mud if you get my drift.
This also made Gomamon interesting to me. I used to find Gomamon really weird and random when I was a kid, but now I kind of stand.
You're nuts.
What's so bad about that? I sure have more fun.
You're the best!
He's the one actually pushing Joe outside of his comfort zone, whereas everybody else more or less reinforces them.
You're not going, so quit following me around.
I'm not. You see, I have some business to take care of up there. Everything doesn't revolve around you.
Gomamon could not be any more different from Joe. He is odd, he's funny, and he's joyful. Fun, to me, that's fun.
Whatever happened to fun?
To get their bearings, the group decides they need to climb Infinity Mountain, and in the night, Joe decides to do it as he is the adult of the group. Gomamon joins him, and Unimon attacks. Joe says, Black Gear, how hard could it be?
I have to think positive. I'm responsible. I've got to do it. Ah!
Yeah, it doesn't work out. Gomamon says that was stupid, Digivolves, and frees Unimon. And now for TK's episode, just kidding. Because not yet. Instead, we go into a new phase because the big bad reveals himself, conveniently named Devimon. Leomon and Ogremon are here too, more on that later. Basically, Leomon is good, Devimon says, bitch, you thought. And now he's bad. Our party finds shelter in an abandoned hotel.
What's an angel, TK? Something special that watches over you, kind of like you guys.
I totally get symbolism.
And they're like, oh my god, free food, that's exactly what I wanted. Yay, a hot spring. Now we can do that trope where the boy comes over to the girl side and ew, pervert. Ugh, as if. Anyway, the main outcome of the episode is Devimon scattering the children across the world on their beds, crippling their ability to work together, which is funny because so far there hasn't been a whole lot of working together. There's been a whole lot of one Digimon digivolving and saving the day for everybody else.
Agumon, Digivolve!
I've been trying, but I can't seem to do it this time, Ty.
Also, Tai learns his Digivice couldn't purge darkness, but don't worry if you didn't get it, we will learn this lesson several times. Okay, so the next 3 episodes are kind of the same thing again, but shorter, where we focus on characters, but this time they're in pairs. Not a whole lot of consequence happens, but I will tell you if it does. Sub-Zero Ice Punch sees Tai and Matt meet up. They team up with Frigimon to defeat Mojimon. Restoring the Black Ear also sends them back towards Infinity Mountain. So yeah, this episode happens. It's a Matt episode primarily. Tai is there.
What is the tea? The girls are fighting!
I'm kind of shocked. I remember Tai being a lot more of a focus always. I guess it comes later, but it's shocking how little characterization Tai has so far as the de facto protagonist. But this episode also takes time to reinforce Matt's dedication to his brother TK and his concern for his well-being.
It's TK. He's out there on some strange island and he's all alone.
Which, again, I think is nice to see. Nothing all that important happens because of it, but considering the situation, I do appreciate the show stopping to remember that Matt should be considering TK. It shows dedication for consistent character development, so there's that. But otherwise, episode's pretty boring. A clue from DigiPast unites Izzy and Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
But Izzy is too busy playing on his computer to care.
Izzy, your friend is asking you a question.
Yeah, are their rear ends getting cold sitting on the stone floor doing nothing?
Oh, wait. Yeah, that might work.
Mimi feels ignored and runs away. Okay, I had to stop real quick because I feel like this particular plot point feels like something that a writer needed to get off his chest, which I find funny. The relatable thing of like, why don't you care about me? All you do is play on your computer.
I haven't had anything to eat and my feet are killing me and a giant lemon custard trying to kiss me.
Which I imagine is quite relatable for a lot of couples. As a kid, it felt like Mimi is being too much, and she is.
Honestly, Izzy, how can you be so insensitive?
Insensitive? What do you mean?
As an adult who's been in a relationship now, I get it. Which side of the conflict do I get? Why don't you guess? Mimi is stuck in a labyrinth with Tentomon while Izzy works to guide her out with Palmon. Meanwhile, hiding from a Centaurimon, Izzy and Palmon catch up just in time, Digivolve, and the Black Gear gets smashed. Then, they learn from Centaurimon that this is the Temple of the Digivice.
The Digivice is a preserver of the light, a last line of defense against the darkness that threatens existence.
They scare off Leomon once again with the Digivice and return to Infinity Mountain. This is the first time that they actually describe what the Digivice is and what it's for, outside of just context clues, so I guess that is significant. Otherwise, the episode's mid. Sora and Joe's parties unite against a ghost Digimon called Bakemon. Gomamon gaslights Joe into thinking he can lead.
Come on, Joe. Remember how you fought the Unimon?
I am brave. You're right. I am the brightest one here.
They get captured, escape, and fight. And also do a chant.
Bakuman, lose your power. Bakuman, lose your power.
It's a little bit random how it's portrayed here. I expect that has something to do with yokai and Japanese mythology, but it kind of comes out of nowhere here, but it works. They save the day. Outside of that, nothing happens for Sora for sure, and I guess Joe is pushed further outside of his comfort zone. I don't know. Again, I'm bored.
So bored I could die. Whoa.
Finally, an episode I really enjoyed. TK and Patamon are the realest characters in the show.
Elecmon, I am not here to raise babies. Yay!
TK is struggling being separated from the others, and Patamon is concerned that he cannot digivolve, which makes it harder to protect his friend.
I want to fly high in the sky too, but somehow I can't seem to digivolve.
That makes sense. It's not lost on me that the kid of the group is the one who didn't get a pairing. The only other person TK has to count on at this point is Patamon, who can't even digivolve to champion form yet. And so, as a result, he feels distinctly vulnerable. We have an opportunity here for real character growth, and that's really exciting. TK and Patamon arrive in Primary Village, a nursery for baby Digimon. Their guardian, Alekmon, who is finally not black-geared, attacks because the babies are crying. They settle over tug-of-war, Patamon wins, and they make a new friend.
You're a lot stronger than you look, kid. I'm impressed.
You know, they say you can't tell a cover by the size of its book or something like that.
Sure.
So maybe a kind of inconsequential episode in terms of plot, but focusing on TK and his position in the world, I think tees him up for a really great story arc. You know, we understand how vulnerable he is. It's really cute when they start guessing what Patamon could digivolve into.
Porkymon with super strong oink attack and the power to, oink! I am not a pig, TK!
It builds anticipation as a viewer for what this Digivolution will be, as long as you're not paying too much attention to the ending credits, that is. In this episode, we also get a look at the Digimon life cycle. It goes baby, in training, rookie, and champion, so far. Further reinforcing where TK is in his personal development, we also have a moment where TK remembers when Matt was there to protect him when he fell as a kid, but it also reinforces that TK is used to there being someone there to pick him up when he falls.
Watch it! That could have been a snake, or worse.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
And that's no longer the case. I think that's an important part of child development, learning to finally take care of yourself. And I find that to be really good storytelling, especially in the grand scheme of what Digimon is about, evolving into something greater. And finally, the ending of this arc. TK and Patamon are attacked by Leomon and Ogremon.
I gotta protect TK from Ogremon, but he's so big and I'm not.
But are saved just in time by the other Digidestined. They do the dumb Digivice purge again, and learn the prophecy of the Digidestined, that they will destroy Devimon, and purge evil from the world. I know that the show gets much better from here, but everything comes to a head here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this was initially meant to be the series finale, but the show did well enough that it kept going for quite a while. So the Digidestined attack Devimon, but he proves himself to be way more formidable than anything they're used to. He defeats the 6th champion-level Digimon single-handedly and turns his attention to TK and Patamon.
Now to get rid of you, then I'll have nothing to fear. They say the smallest will destroy me.
He nearly gets Patamon and TK. However, Patamon finally digivolves into Angemon. This blew my mind as a kid. I thought this was so exciting. The beginning of the show trained us to believe that every episode we would get a new champion level Digimon. But because they held off so long with Patamon, 5 weeks in real time by the way, we had the time as viewers to anticipate this happening. When Patamon finally does digivolve, it feels like a huge moment, and the fact that as a champion, he appears to be the most powerful champion level Digimon and defeats Devimon, borrowing the power from the other Digimon, of course, it makes the payoff so much more significant.
I want to take him home with me.
Is this the gay episode?
All of these components together makes for an incredibly satisfying conclusion. Less satisfying, however, is that in doing so, Angemon destroys himself. He does have a Digi-Egg, however, and the promise that his friend will return one day. We also learn with Devimon's dying breath that there are more evil Digimon to come. It feels like a really bold choice to have the youngest Digidestined be the one to make the biggest sacrifice.
You'll see him again when he digifalls. I will make sure to take really good care of him. You saved my life, Angemon.
And a weird digital man appears to segue us into the next arc. But yeah, that's the Devimon arc. It's a little bit rougher than I remembered, but also a lot of really great elements at play. I'm excited to see where it goes. My memory tells me some much more exciting places, and I'm excited to find out with all you guys. So does Digimon have something to offer adults? For me, it does. And I'm going to continue. There are themes at play here that I think transcend age groups, and I'm excited to see them develop. I'm going to get to work right away on the Edamon arc.
It'll be mine. They'll just have to come over and see what great stars singing like that.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. And just talk to me. Let's talk about Digimon. Bye-bye.